the hardest, no lesson. I saw your and I caught it blow like a cardigan sweater. Call it whatever you want. I got my revenue up in Beverly Hills. My ceilings like the Beverly Brothers. Ooh. So they want for Lauren, been the same one. I came up in them go-go's, most of them was afraid of.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's the finale, Game 7 of the National League Championship Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Philadelphia Phillies. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, everything to play for here as we get ready for Game 7.
Well, to me, this game is all about which team handles the pressure of Game 7 the best. The players know what's at stake. The fans know what's at stake. The winner goes to the World Series. The loser goes home. Every play really matters, so we'll see who can play the cleanest game and come up with some timely plays.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Getting close to first pitch here. Let's listen in to public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 Philadelphia Phillies.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. With that, a look at the Cubbies starting lineup. How do they go about staying alive in this one, D-Row?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today, and they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one or not.
Jake Arrieta gets the ball here at home in Game 7 of the League Championship Series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, you know, that 5th inning can be an awful demanding inning for a starting pitcher. It's kind of like Wednesday being the hump day during the day of the week. Every starter knows they have to go 5 innings to qualify for a win. He wasn't particularly good in his last one, taking the loss, and I'm sure he's hoping for a much better fortune in this one today.
Leading off tonight for the Cubs, the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one.
First pitch, 7:05.
0-1 count, and the pitch. A ball and a strike. 53 degrees here at game time as it's cooled off considerably since batting practice this afternoon. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Arrieta is a guy that you'll notice attacks hitters with a high velocity slider. Not the old sweeper. He really fires it in there and snaps off big numbers. Misses. Ball 2. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first down. So one away here with the is empty, and into bat next, former National League MVP Chris Bryant. First delivery to him on the way.
Nope.
He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball one. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at times. It's like, hey, if you're going to give me that inside corner, give it to me, but don't keep moving the dish around on me all game.
Bases are empty, one man out. Line towards center field. Pereira is back, and he'll get there to make the play for out number 2.
He got that one pretty good. It just didn't have the right launch angle to carry over the outfielder's head. Small difference where the ball hit the bat could have made all the difference.
Here comes the first pitch. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. Just getting started here in Philly. The 1-1. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. A moment now to check out the hometown Phils starting lineup. Mark, how do they go about winning a National League pennant here at home?
Well, Matty, this lineup's going to have to find a way to score early. Get this pitcher uncomfortable, stay on the attack, get into the bullpen. That's the name of the game. They let this guy settle in, he'll breeze through 7 strong.
John Lester will do the pitching in hostile territory here for Game 7 of the LCS. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Gene Segura standing in. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Phillies, the shortstop, Gene Segura.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0. Takes this the other way to right. But this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. And that one got a piece of him.
Man, that is the Cardinals' sin for any pitcher, and you never expect a guy of this caliber to make that mistake. Have the hitter down 0-2 and let him off the hook by plunking him. He'll be talking to himself about that one.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Strike one to start the at-bat. McCutchen, base runner at first with one out. One ball and one strike to the Phillies first baseman.
I feel like when you're facing a two-pitch mix like this, sink or changeup, as an offense, the game plan has to be the fact that you have to get something elevated. You know he's not going to beat you with velocity, so it's going to come down to who executes better.
The 2-1 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground, and that's through for a hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Here comes the first pitch. And he lays off there 1-0. His past history against John Lester, he's 4 for 14. He's taken him deep once. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
2-0 count, runners at the corners. You can bet he's looking for something to drive right here. There's a good chance he gets something to hit too.
Two balls and a strike.
Love the fact the pitcher challenged him in that spot right there. Didn't love the location. But I got to be honest with you, I think he's got him on his heels right now. Don't be shocked if he attacks the zone again.
Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Here now the 2-2. Popped him up. Contreras over to his right, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Now at the plate, JT Realmuto, and their runners at the corners now.
Realmuto.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that's in there for strike one. Line to the right side, and a base hit as the Phillies will strike first in this one. They lead it 1-0.
We're talking about coming up with a big knock after that pop-up. It looked like the inning was eventually over. Big two-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, you watch your teammate in front of you miss his pitch. He got a nice pitch to hit right there and pops it up. You could tell he was dejected as he went back to the dugout. All you're trying to do is be a great teammate. Sean Casey always used to say to me, hey, D-Row, mix in a good teammate one time. That's exactly what this guy did.
And he misses inside with that one, ball one.
That's how quick an inning can potentially get away from you out there. You get the first 2 outs pretty quick. Next guy gets on, and now you're staring the number 4 hole hitter in the face with a runner in scoring position.
That evens it up 1-1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Ready with the 1-2. Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Now a long throw home. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Boy, that's an aggressive send there, D-Lo, because this outfielder has a very strong throwing arm.
Yeah, when you're sitting in the hitter's meeting, that's stuff they go over. So every base runner is on notice, knowing that this guy's got one of the strongest arms in the league, but they challenged him, and it worked.
Stepping in now, Cesar Hernandez. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. His past history against John Lester, he's got 2 hits in 16 tries. Next pitch will be number 24 in this long first inning. That's by him for strike 1. Ready with the 1-1. There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside.
Hey, that's a huge pitch for him right there. He's been struggling early. If he's able to get any feel on his secondary stuff, he might be able to hang around a little bit.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Rizzo is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Philadelphia is on top, 2-0. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Hey, nice leadoff single to start the second right there. They're already down. They got to find a way to stay on the attack and get back in this game. We'll see how they play it here.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. As he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Batting fifth,
David Bodie, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Moving the runners up, this game is too close to get greedy.
First delivery to him on the way. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. So runners at first and second here with one away, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. First pitch coming. Here it is. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. So it's first and third with two away, and stepping up to hit next, the catcher Wilson Contreras. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Down the third baseline. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. And no one will track it down. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. They're down 2-0. And in steps Scott Kingery. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. And that misses 1-1. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
Lazy fly ball out to center field. On the run is Almora. He's there and records the first out. Now at the plate, Odubel Herrera. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this will be fouled away. A windup and the 0-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Called strike that time, and it's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike. Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
First pitch here from Lester, and a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Comes set with the 0-1.
Nope.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. Pereira stands at first with one out. Outside, 2-1.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
Line to the right side. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Boy, talk about a rough one for this guy. Falls behind in the first inning and back-to-back singles here in the second. This could be a short night for this pitcher.
Yeah, they're passing the baton on the offensive side, putting it on this pitcher early.
Standing in now, Andrew McCutchen, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. And maybe a little extra motivation for him here after being hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
As a manager, you never really want to put a man on by a hit by pitch, but you absolutely hate to have it happen when it loads the bases. Now the pitcher is looking a little shaky, and the threat of a big inning is very real.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. In there, and it's even at 1.
1-1.
Ball and 2 strikes now.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. And that misses 2-2.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
And now Bryce Harper. He'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Comes set, the 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Three and 1.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. He's set the payoff pitch. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
You know, that's sort of a tough one since it's only the second inning, but I think it's about knowing your pitcher and how they respond. He's had some struggles here, so I think he's just reminding him to let those go and focus on the next batter.
Ready for another chance? JT Realmuto. He singled his last time up. From the stretch. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach. But if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. Rizzo is there to make the catch, and they'll escape the bases loaded jam by giving up just 1 run. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. We've played 2 full. Phillies lead this one 3-0. So coming to the plate, Albert Almora. He'll lead it off against Jake Arrieta.
Number 5, Albert Almora.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So an inning opening single kicks off their half of the third.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
In now, Kyle Schwarber. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, and now let's see. The tag, and he is safe on a very close play at the bag.
Well, the graphic here isn't going to properly show just how far that pitch was from the strike zone. That thing wasn't even close, and I think it made the decision to move up a base pretty easy to make.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Almora leads off second with nobody out. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Now batting.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Here's Chris Bryant now. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
The 1-1 misses for the second ball. Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. 1 out and a runner on second base. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
are 2 away now.
The batter, number 9.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Javier Baez. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Here's the first pitch to him. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs strand 1. They trail in this one 3-0. And we're back for the bottom of the 3rd. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to catch up with manager Gabe Kapler during the commercial break about the Phillies offense. And he was very pleased with how little they're swinging and missing right now. We looked into the numbers, and as a team, they've had a contact rate of over 85% in this game, meaning that when they swing the bat, they're missing the ball less than 15% of the time. To put that into context, the very best teams in baseball usually are right around 80% for an entire season. So at least for today, they're displaying an amazing ability to put wood to ball.
All right, Heidi, thank you. First pitch coming. Here it is. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Two 2-0 the count to the Phillies designated hitter. Fouled away. Two and 1. Here's Lester's offering. To 2-2 now.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Bryant going back on it, and it's gone as they add still another. It's a solo shot here for Michael Franco. His first homer so far in the series as the Phillies have opened things up now 4-0.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
Into the box now, Cesar Hernandez. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. He popped out in his first trip. Lester ready, the 1-0. 2-0.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself at counts where he's likely to be successful.
2 balls and a strike to Cesar Hernandez. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. Scott Kingery, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Now a swing and a miss as he was trying to flick that one the other way, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Looked like he swung at ball 4 right there. Clearly he saw something in that pitch that he liked out of the pitcher's hand, but that wasn't a pitch he was going to do a whole lot with.
There to take it is Zobrist, and that's out number 1.
Number 4.
So one gone here in the Philadelphia third, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder Scott Kingery. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Hit hard on the ground to the right. A diving effort as it's off his glove. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
And that's a base hit right there on a hanging 2-strike changeup.
And that's one we like to call a hanger right there. You see it high, you let it fly. Nice job by the offensive player.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fouled off. Kingery leads off first with 1 away.
He's going.
For second. Pitch is high. The throw. And in fact, there will be no throw as he loses the handle there on the transfer. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hot shot down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Yeah, when a pitching coach goes to the mound this early, he's probably just looking to reset the pitcher's mindset, get him to forget about the negative, and give him something positive to focus on. We'll see if he responds.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And I believe that's going to be all for John Lester. So a less than stellar performance here tonight as he makes the early exit and forces that bullpen into action much earlier than anticipated. Yu Darvish is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Yu Darvish.
Into the box, Gene Segura, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish. He's gone 2 for 6. From the stretch. Soft liner to the left side. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with 1 away.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Stepping in now, Andrew McCutchen. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. And a slider stays outside, and he falls behind 2-0.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Hit hard on the ground to first. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right. And add 1 more as this is now a 6-0 ball game.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-1 lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
In now, Rhys Hoskins. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
First pitch on its way. And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. 3 runs already home here. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Now the 2-0. Up and in. Big danger now. It's 3-0.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
3-0 pitch is looked at for the first strike.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
There's ball 4.
Ball 4.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, the single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Here's Bryce Harper now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope, that's the ball.
Too low. 1-0.
Nope, 1-0.
Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Coming in is Almora. He gets there, and that's the second out. And even with 2 outs now, they decide to hold that runner at third. So our situation has the bases loaded. 2 men out. And in steps the catcher, JT Realmuto. Has a look. Now the pitch. A ball and no strikes. A dive, and he knocks it down. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate.
The batter, number 7, designated hitter, Miguel.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Michael Franco. He went deep last time up.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Almora going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. So 4 score in the inning, but it could have been much, much worse as they wind up leaving the bases loaded. 3 innings are complete now in Game 7. It's the Phillies 7 and the Cubs nothing. So here's the cleanup hitter, Anthony Rizzo. He reached on a single in his first try.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
Pereira has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Up next for the Cubs.
So striding forward now, Ben Zobrist. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball one. No runs, 3 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. In tight with the sinker, ball 2. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
2-2 count. Here it comes. And this will be fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Hard hit ball to second. Hernandez scoops it up on to first, and there are 2 down.
Now batting.
Standing in, David Bodie comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Grounded back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Now batting, the right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Now batting, Jason Hayward. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's set, and the pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. The 1-0 is a sinker in the dirt.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
And here's a slider for a called strike.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Now the 2-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Bodie leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. On a line, that's a base hit.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate of crooked number going on the board.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Now the 1-0 doesn't catch the outside corner. It's a ball. No runs, 5 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone, but it bends just foul into the second deck. The 2-2 is in there, a called strike 3. Cubs strand a couple. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Ready once again, Cesar Hernandez. It was a fly out for him in his last trip.
Even though they're up by a boatload early early on in this one. You can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch. Taken on the inside corner for strike one.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
Skied into straightaway right. Hayward has a read on it. Makes the play, one away.
Now batting.
The Cubs are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter. Clearly not the postseason outing he had envisioned.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Off the plate,
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. One out, nobody on. Now this is on the ground for Baez. It's short. Played on the backhand. And quickly there are two away. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. First pitch coming. Here it is. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. The 1-0 home is off the plate, up and away.
Well, that's another great hitting count here on 2-0. It's no wonder why they're up 7.
Ready with the 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Taking all the way that time. It's 3-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And here's the 3-2 from him. Out into right center. Well hit. And this will bang up against the wall. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Standing in now, Gene Segura, as he'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike one. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man. The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. Oh, textbook slider there, and he's back at even 2-2. Line drive to center field. That's in there. Base hit. Pereira rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate as they push their lead to 8 now.
Yeah, they've already pushed 8 runs across, and it's still early. I'm I'm not sure what the answer is. At this point, you might just consider leaving the pitcher out there. You don't want to waste your bullpen in a game like this. Then again, it's early, so you don't want to throw in the towel either.
So striding in, Andrew McCutchen trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. First things first, here's a throw over. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Here's the first pitch to him. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Segura runs. Pitch inside. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
That's a great call from the dugout to put the runner in motion that time. With 2 outs and a good hitter at the plate, it's a pretty low-risk play. If he's out, you still got the same good hitter leading off the next inning. But if he's safe, he's in scoring position and a lot easier to drive in.
The 1-1 is in there for the second strike.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe. And unfortunately, he let that one go. And he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Segura at second with 2 down. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now McCutchen belts one, carrying well to left field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His 4th long ball of this series as the blowout continues.
Everybody has heard of a hitter punishing a curve or a slider that just hangs. Well, this was a cutter. It just hangs right there out over the heart of the plate, and he didn't miss it. Can't leave a pitch like that to a professional hitter. Well, you can, but that's what you get.
In now, Reese Hoskins. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Darvish pauses. Here's the 0-1. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there, and it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. Another good inning here for the Phillies, and the brotherly love is in abundance now. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Cubs lineup with manager Joe Maddon, and he really emphasized that they're not doing a very good job capitalizing on run-scoring opportunities. They've had their opportunities with runners in scoring position, but still have 0 hits to show for it in those situations. He said repeatedly not coming through with the big hit can wear on you as a team, but in this sport, you have to dwell on the positives. He's confident they'll find a way to break through sooner or later.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Albert Almora.
First pitch on its way. Line drive to center field. Pereira is there, and he has it for the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Into the box, Kyle Schwarber. As the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder, Chris Bryant.
Striding in once again, Chris Bryant. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Now here it comes. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registered at 91 miles an hour on a slider. If he's working that pitch, that's most guys' fastballs. It's going to be a long game.
Ball 1.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Stay on the attack if you're the pitcher right here. You know who's lurking, 3, 4, 5, and you'd love to see that number 3-hole hitter lead that next inning off.
All even now, 2-2. Ball 3. 3-2 now. The 3-2 pitch. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. Another full count pitch home. Gets him swinging. He struck him out. Cubs are down in order. Starting to look bleak. Down 10-0. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Bryce Harper. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First offering on its way. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Taken, but called a strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. He takes it to the opposite field, high and deep to left. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Solo home run off the bat of Bryce Harper. His 3rd home run of this series as they just continue to pour it on here.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Catcher, JT Realmuto.
Stepping in now, JT Realmuto, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Ready with the 1-0. Yanked on the ground down the line. But a foul ball, 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Base is empty here with nobody out. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hayward has a read on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Plate now is the designated hitter, Michael Franco. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
He would have had to go with the old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top, but he was able to lay off it.
The 1-0 is laid off of down and in.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
3-0 now.
3-0.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that two-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around.
Here it is, the 3-0. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Right about now, the manager's questioning his decision to bring this guy in. If you can't trust a reliever to throw strikes, you can't trust him at all. We'll see if he comes to get him sooner than later.
Digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In there, strike 1. Franco, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Here's Darvish on 0-2, and it's fouled away. Another 0-2 home. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone.
The third baseman, number 4.
Ready now, Scott Kingery. He was a ground-out victim last time up. First delivery to him on the way. First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. 2 out with the man at first. In the dirt here. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Now 1 hit foul over to the right side as the count moves to 1-2. The 1-2. Still 1-2. 2 out here and a runner at second. Ball 2. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home. Hit well on the ground to first. Onto the bag with it is Rizzo, and the inning is over. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. 5 innings complete. The Phillies lead it 11-0. Here's Javier Baez. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
So 1 gone in the inning, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard to the right. A foul. Bases are empty. 1 man out. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row, but both of those sliders back-to-back were so good, I might just go ahead and try to throw another one.
And he fouls this one off. Here's another 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. He pulls this one into right, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. Throwing to second. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Standing in now, Ben Zobrist, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Sinker stays outside and is behind now 2-0.
Wow, that's what a veteran hitter will do, right? Takes 2 really good pitches, both just missing the strike zone, and puts himself into a good 2-0 hitter's count.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
The third base, number
2 away now for the Cubs in the 6th, and that'll bring up one of the better clutch hitters on the landscape, David Bodie. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. One ball, 1 strike to count. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Slapped hard the opposite way, and a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. They trail in this one 11-0. Digging in and looking for more, Odubel Herrera. He'll lead things off here in the Philadelphia sixth.
Odubel Herrera.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Line to the right side. And this will be pulled in just in front of the warning track for the first out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, G.
One out for the Phillies in their half of the sixth, and that'll bring in the middle infielder, Gene Segura. First offering on its way. Well, too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. And this is a fastball that's right on the black but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
He doesn't look like the same reliever right now, but listen, this is his 4th inning of work, and there aren't very many relievers that can go 4+ innings and be rock solid all the way through.
The 2-1 towards second, and this is taken for the out. Settling in now, Andrew McCutchen. He's off to a fast start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run. Darvish pauses. Here's the first pitch. Ball one, taken just off the inside.
Well, this has been a lot of pitches for him out of the bullpen. As you can see there, they're asking a lot of him in this one, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a day off or two after this one.
2 out, nobody on. One and one to Andrew McCutchen. The 1-1 is taken for ball 2.
1 strike.
Fouled away. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. Lined hard toward right center. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on MLB Network. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. On to the 7th inning now in Game 7. But before we start, we take a look at our game summary to this point. Stepping into the box, Jason Hayward. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now. Left side, but well foul. The 2-1 on its way. 2-2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat, as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
In now, Wilson Contreras, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. No hits to this point. The 1-0. Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Yeah, he's gotten the outs when he's needed them and seems to be really comfortable pitching from the stretch. Hard to keep that up over several innings, though.
Almora.
Now at the plate, Albert Almora. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now.
Hey, you know, Matty V, this is all you can ask for as a manager in today's game in baseball. Very rarely do we see guys get through the 7th inning. So he's through the 6th here with 1 out, and Mark DeRosa, so far so good, a pretty decent outing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be batter to batter here for the manager if he's going to continue to ride this hot hand or if he's going to go to the bullpen.
Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Ground ball right side. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber. A ball and no strikes. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here comes the 1-0. Ripped on the ground to first. There's one. Out. On the first, it's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. This one pretty well in the bag. Bottom of the 7th now. Get up and stretch here in Philly. Phillies on top, 11-0. Steve Cishek comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Steve Cishek.
Stepping into the box, Rhys Hoskins. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball. Cishek, a 32-year-old veteran. He was a 5th-round pick back in the draft of 2007.
Hey, when you come out in the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
And there's ball 2 now. Late that time for a strike.
I got to count 2 and 2.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
That's the third time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Into the box, Bryce Harper, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Ripped down the line, but this will get foul for strike two. One out, nobody on. That misses. 1-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Digging in now, JT Realmuto. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this is popped up. Back behind second. And Baez will put this one away to retire the side. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Phillies lead this one 11-0. At the plate, Chris Bryant. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that misses inside. 1-0.
And even though he's had some success against this guy in the ball game, he still knows he's a very dangerous opponent. He won't want to fall behind him any further.
First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
3-0 pitch is in there for strike one.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
And now a pitch on the way. And that's in there on the hands. 3-2 now.
Fell behind early in this one, 3-0, and has battled back with 2 quality strikes. Interested to see if he catches a big part of the plate right here or tries to get a nibble.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Javier Baez.
Into the box, Javier Baez. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you've worked as hard as he has in this one.
Oh, but he robs him on a super diving catch.
Now batting.
And certainly worth the second look here as we've got our camera locked in on him from the beginning of the play, and you can see him stretch out as far as he can to pull this one in. Nice play. Standing in now, Anthony Rizzo. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball one. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
Boy, he's been great in this one, and he's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. On the ground to the left side. Backhanded. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his 3rd hit tonight.
Obviously, as a pitcher, he wants to finish what he started. But when you have that pitch count north of 115 pitches, you have to be concerned about his health, and the wear and tear on his arm might have to take him out of this one really soon.
Here comes the Phillies skipper on his way out toward the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll leave after a strong 7 2/3 here, as he'll hope the bullpen can get the final 4 outs to secure his victory. Sir Anthony Dominguez enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8.
58. Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Ben Zobrist will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. First offering on its way, and he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Zobrist with a 1-2 count now. Dominguez, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's a 2nd-year big leaguer. Fastball just missed above the zone. Fouled off. Rizzo, the runner at first with 2 gone. Hit on the ground toward the left. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the throw won't be in time, as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first.
Well, I think he took it for granted there a bit. Probably thought he had it in the bag, and he just lost concentration for a minute. Now his pitcher has to pick him up with 2 outs.
Digging in, David Bodie, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
First pitch on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Hit hard to short. Segura fields it cleanly, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. They trail in this one 11-0. stepping up to the plate, Maikel Franco. He homered back in the third inning in this one.
The designated hitter, Maikel Franco.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
So he'll add one to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one. So the Phillies get a man on to start out the inning.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
In now, Cesar Hernandez. And it's fouled away. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Comes set and the 0-1. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. The numbers head-to-head with Steve Cishek. He's 0-for-4. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. On the ground to third. He has some trouble with it, but they will still get the lead runner at second, so no double play, but boy, very fortunate to record the first out there. Now at the plate, Scott Kingery. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
No balls and a strike to count. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. Hard sinker misses, 2-2. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
Into the box now, Odubel Herrera, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game. Cishek pauses. Here it is on 0-2. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. One left for Philadelphia, but they lead it 11-0.
Leading off for the Cubs, the right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Here's the first pitch. Now a swing by Hayward, but he got out in front a little too much as this will hook into the seats. A foul ball than right. The 0-1. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Pereira's there. One down. Stepping up now, Wilson Contreras. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Now a left-hander up and throwing in that Philly bullpen. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Contreras in front, 2 balls and no strikes. Popped him up. Real Muto waits on it. And that's the second out of the inning. And now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking the zone, showing a lot.
And the Phillies are moving on. They're headed back to the World Series.
Well, they've taken care of business all season long, and tonight was no exception. They've proven to be the best team in the National League. Now it's time to see if they can become the best in the entire game. Celebrate tonight, and the World Series is next. Congrats to the NL champs.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, it was a real good performance, as you'll see by his final line. 7 2/3 good innings, and in today's game, that's very solid.
For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our excellent crew, this is Matt Vasgersian saying so long. You've been watching the National League Championship Series.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies.